Anthony, how badly do the Rangers and their struggling offense need Hedl and Strome on the ice in Game 5?
Well, it's enormous, again, Eamon, because Hedl has emerged into a star player for the Rangers in this playoffs, really with a goal-scoring knack that he hadn't shown. He's got 7 goals in the playoffs, and he had 8 in the entire regular season. And Strome is a vital part of the power play, which is something that the Rangers have thrived on all season on that top line. You know, he doesn't get the flashy points. He's not the guy who pumps in most of the goals, but he is a facilitator on that unit, and it's a big deal for him. You know, he skated before Game 4, and there was some hope that he was going to get in there, and obviously he didn't play. I think it could be a repeat of the same thing. Game 5, we won't know until he gets out there and warms up. And but you know, the Rangers are hanging on the decision of the trainers and the medical folks for both of those guys.
Well, fellas, we know this. We're talking about hockey injuries. It's going to be like top secret information that we're not getting until the puck drops. So go out until maybe around 1, 2 in the afternoon to get that sort of info. But to me, it's Hedl. And Hedl's the guy who needs to play for the New York Rangers. How much have we talked about the kid line and the success that the kid line has had throughout this postseason, where they have been a given? They have been a constant. They have given the Rangers a much-needed spark in a lot of these games. Hedl's had a lot of big goals for the New York Rangers. You take him out, all of a sudden you got to shuffle things if you're Gerard Gallant. That could be a killer for this team. They need to regain momentum. They clearly need to be fired up by a certain environment that they're going to be in tomorrow night, and they need Hedl to play.
Yeah, they also need some of their high-profile stars to get some production going during 5-on-5 hockey and not just the power play. All right, JJ, you just alluded to it. The Rangers have won 8 straight playoff games at the world's most famous arena. So, John, what's going to be a bigger factor in Game 5, the Garden crowd or the Lightning's championship pedigree?
Oh, it's a doozy. Well, I think it decides the series, to be honest with you, Eamon. I think if the answer is the Lightning championship pedigree, Tampa's probably going back to the Stanley Cup final. But I think it's going to be the Garden crowd. The Rangers, outside of the Pittsburgh Game 1 triple overtime loss, they have been money at Madison Square Garden. They've played a couple of elimination games there, 2 in the Pittsburgh series, 1 in the Carolina series. And I'll say this, if they don't win Game 5, I don't think this series is getting back to Madison Square Garden. I think this is a must for the Rangers, so I'm going with that Garden crowd.
Yeah, JJ, I am too. I think we may be in a situation where the Garden crowd might have to save the Rangers season. You know, I know that sounds a little lofty, but I think that there was a little extra jump was missing in the games in Tampa from the Rangers attack and the way the Rangers skated. And I think that they may get that when they start getting tired. I mean, Tampa's not going to give it to them in Game 5, that's for sure. They're going to have to take it. And, you know, when they're getting tired in the third period, the Igor chants are going to be raining down if Shesterkin is having a good game, and they're going to be exhorting the blue shirts on. And I think that could be the difference in the game for them, because I agree with you. If they don't win Game 5, I think they're done in Game 6 and the season's over. It's a bright future to look forward to, but it would just this one, it wouldn't be a near future. But the Garden crowd might be able to save them.
Yeah, very interesting. Both of you guys painting this as a must-win at home. But I agree with you, Anthony. The Lightning are not going to wilt under the bright lights of Broadway.